Alright, listen up, because in this video I'm going to show you why everything that you've known about personal branding is completely wrong. Because if you think having a personal brand is all about posting your workouts on social media and showing your morning coffee and taking pictures of like your food whenever you go out eating and post it on Instagram just to have all these aesthetic pictures, I'll guarantee you you have everything backwards, and I'm going to show you how to fix this in this video. So welcome back to another episode of Inside the Mind of a Young Entrepreneur. To expand on upon this thing that like about this personal branding, I want to share a story with you guys, because a couple of months ago my mom recommended me this podcast from Danish music artist, and like she has listened to it and she thought it would, like, why not give, like, why I should also give it a try. And like first I thought it was just like another podcast of these things, like then I will hear about how they just made one song and that's it. And but then like I gave myself into it. I started listening to one episode, and like from the moment I started listening to it, I was hooked, because this wasn't what I was thinking of. It was them going in depth and showing who they were, where they came from, and their struggles, and every tiny story that made them them, and builded their music career. And it was so wild because it just built it up this connection. Like I've known them without even knowing them. I it felt like I've known them for a while, but I've just met them. And actually, the one thing was like these music artists, I didn't really like them before. Like I wasn't really listening to them because like this their music was a bit strange, or like it was not my kind of taste. But after that, it was like after I've built this connection, it was like that was the only thing I was listening to after each episode. So after I've listened to one of the artist's stories, like it was the only thing that was playing, like I was playing on Spotify afterwards. I was only listening to their songs. And it was so wild to see this subconscious connection. And the reason why I'm saying this is it's basically the same in business, because eventually, like in your new opportunity, the one that you've created, the thing that you're helping people with, like the one thing, like you can not make more offers. Yes, you can, but it's very hard to create different offers that doesn't start to, like, eventually there will be a point where you are starting to conflict with your offers and your new opportunity. And you see this, like this is things that is known in every part of business. Because if you take Russell Brunson, for example, you can buy his 3 books and I'll guarantee you have everything that you know, like everything that he knows that you can just implement. But like he has offers up to $1 million. And the thing is, people, they're not buying the solution anymore. They're buying because of him, because he's telling the stories. He, like, you know his stories, you know him, you feel like you have this subconscious connection with him. And that's why you want to get a step closer and closer and closer to him. Get more of him. The like at the end, it's not buying the product anymore. It's buying the relationship with the personal brand. And you can all like view this as a mountaintop. You're sitting at the mountain and people, they're standing at the bottom, and then there goes this big circle around it to people that can come closer and closer and closer to you. And on the way on this mountain, there's an offer that moves them closer and closer and closer. And eventually they come up to this, like the expert, the one, the person that they want to be associated with, and the person that they've fallen in love with, build this connection with. So eventually it doesn't become me selling offers and solutions. It's becoming this, how can I get closer to this connection with this guy that I feel like has the answers, the expert. And it's so wild to watch. And that is why, like, posting these aesthetic pictures on your Instagram and creating all these things has nothing to do with personal branding. It's about sharing your stories, building connection with people, and that is just where the world is heading to. And it is just so wild to watch. And of course, what I see here is that people don't only build this personal brand where people are connected to the expert or the mentor, but they're also weaving in direct response principles. Like, they are getting these triggers, they are activating these emotional triggers that, like, just are ingrained in human behavior, and they're telling these stories and they're building this connection, and that is what draws people towards you. Of course, you see, like, when you see a guy with a wife beater and a cap and these shorts, you think of Alex Hermosi. Sorry, you think of Alex Hermosi, but he's also making sure he's telling you these stories. Like, you probably know that he's gone bankrupt, or not gone bankrupt. He has lost his money twice, and he's lived at his gym, and you know he's built a gym. He's built, like, gym launch, and then he moves on to acquisition.com. Like, you know his story, and that's what you want to. You're being drawn to him, because I will bet you, if you will only see him, like, if he was only posting aesthetic pictures on social media and posting all this nonsense that's not really a personal brand, like, he wouldn't be like near as popular and as big as he is now. Like, he's making sure that you know this about him, that he's building this connection with you, and on top of that, he is ingraining these psychological triggers, like the direct response principles that, like, have worked, that has worked for years. So I'm just telling you, focus on the stories and focusing on building connections instead of just posting random things that's not aligning with your new opportunity or your message that you are trying to deliver to your market. Because if you're doing everything else, like, you'll just be another seed in a big pile. Like, you will be, like, just a man drowning in this big ocean of other entrepreneurs. So it's about being different, it's about being you, and you only have your story, so it's about you sharing that story. I hope this video helped, and if you want me to help you build out your next video sales letter, implement your stories, and add these psychological triggers, then you'll actually also get 5 bonuses. I'll not cover them now, but we can share them later. But go down to my Instagram profile in the link, DM me the word video sales letter or VSL, and we'll get in touch. So on that note, take care, peace, bye.